Yo, so this is my life. I was born August 16th, 1988, San Diego, California. Grew up around music pretty much all my life. Pops was a mariachi. So I got to see practices and just how the business was handled on the day-to-day. Mom was a stay-at-home mom until her and my dad split up when I was in about 6th grade. And that just left me time to join the hood and be around there and just see what it had to offer. I was born and raised on Skyline Drive. Me and a few other homies, we were pretty much the only Chicanos on the block. I grew up in a predominantly blood neighborhood. But the cool thing about San Diego is it has a really vibrant Chicano culture, from lowriders to just beautiful culture. And that's only about 15 minutes in either direction from Skyline, where I was raised at. Me and the homies started dabbling in rap music at a young age, formed San Diego Prodigies, which we were doing shows all over San Diego for a little bit. Mom got remarried when I was in about 9th grade. So I had a new family system going on. It was hard to get accustomed to, but me and my stepbrother really clicked, and that was something cool. Around that time afterwards, I had my first kids, and it just showed me and gave me a purpose for life that I wasn't expecting otherwise. These were the most beautiful situations that I've had, even though the position that I was in that time in my life, it wasn't that great. So San Diego Prodigy started doing more shows at that time. That's where I really got a look at how to operate live, how to put together music, how to write lyrically. And we really just brought our whole neighborhood together. Keep in mind, it's predominantly a black neighborhood, and it just gave us an outlet to be able to be connected to everybody, because unlike some other cities in the West Coast, it wasn't segregated like that where we were from. So it was pretty cool how we handled everything. We always had blacks, Mexicans, whites, Asians, everybody who was a part of, that neighborhood and that town would always come through. But we started just going everywhere in San Diego that we could get our hands on a microphone, and we started having a lot of fun. We started getting together with local DJs too. The homie G-Stat, he was really connected to a local DJ, J-Tech, and J-Tech got us a lot of early shows and just gave us an open door during that time. And yeah, it was an amazing time in my life. Amazing and confusing at the same time, but God had other plans in store. So when I was doing my music, getting in studios, I was a really heavy weed smoker, a functional weed smoker, what they would call it. And it would just help me get my mind right. And I used it as a coping mechanism pretty much. Little did I know that it really just brought me complacency. I was with my band Skyline at the time, and we were just coming out with music pretty much and started doing our first shows. I was still doing my solo hip hop stuff on the side and was having a fun time. And around that time, I had my daughter Amelia. Such a big smile, a joy to have in my life, but it was going down the wrong path for me as far as life was concerned. I started smoking spice to get off of weed because I needed something to sustain me. Little did I know that I'd be passing out in my car and convulsing at times from what my sister told me. Put me down a wrong path with my brothers in the band while we were trying to do our music and having practices. That addiction led me to sell all of our band equipment, and I would take it and pay some bills that I could and spend the rest on spice. And that was a real rock bottom point for me in my life. I feel like God always brings us to these points to show us that we're really nothing without Him, and that His path for us is really greater than we could imagine. And I started a life over. At that point, I had left my baby's mom because she was making some decisions for my oldest daughter that I wasn't in line with, and I had met my wife, Jaleesa. her daughter and my daughter just became instant friends pretty much. We got married November 13th, 2015, and just started having our kids just be together. It was an amazing time, and they all loved each other as well. Little did I know that traumas from our past would break that apart. I feel like when these times come in our lives, it's to open our eyes to what changes we need to make as adults, because me and her both grew up in broken homes. It ended on really bad terms, and I was heartbroken. I was feeling alone, and during that time I ended up hurting her because I was so hurt inside. God reached out to me in my heart and started pulling me back to patch things up with my wife and our family and making things whole again. And there was just broken parts of me still lingering because of everything that I did during that time. But we made it back together. We started working. I started more on my music. And this is when I really started trying to push a little bit more to kind of make things happen as far as taking it serious and doing music videos and just everything that I could. February 18th of 2018, my brother died. And we would always talk about him tattooing me during tours, later on in life, of course. And it hurt me, but that was a little bit of the drive that made me start to reach out to my band again, solidify things with them. My grandma as well, she had passed away right when my son was born in 2019. And luckily she got a chance to meet him about 5 days after he got out of the hospital, and she passed away shortly after. This kid is such an amazing gift to me, and again, I started working on my music again. I had this motivation for life and getting things ready, and I started really pushing the envelope. At the time, I wasn't mobbing too much with SD Prodigies, but one of my boys, G Status, he held it down with me during this whole time, and we started making it happen. Yo, so this is my life part 3. I had some amazing opportunities to fly, do some dope shows, man, before I get into that. When my brother had died, I got with one of his best friends, Chunks, and did a song called On Sight, kind of commemorating my brother pretty much. Got with one of the best battle rappers here in San Diego, Smurf P, and put a song out called Let Go. A little bit after that, my boy Soulja Sick hit me up, and he was filming a video in LA where I met DL Downer, AC the promoter. It was dope too, cause Slim 400 pulled up. Got a chance to meet him. Vince Romo, who's been in some movies, and yeah, just got a chance to soak in the business side of things, see how videos were shot and things like that. Even though I had shot music videos, I was just surrounded by a group of professionals. AC the promoter invited me to Baby Bash's shows where we went backstage, my wife and I got a chance to chop it up with Baby Bash and chill out. Then a day came where I got a phone call.
Hey, I haven't seen nothing like Gabriel's though. Not just saying, it's... Anyways, it inspired me. And in 2 days I wrote a song with the help of a good friend of mine, Uno, out there in San Diego, and another good friend of mine, J Tablet. All three of us came together, and we got his voice, man.
DL Downer had asked me to record a verse concerning Gabriel Fernandez, which was a Netflix special at the time. So I got my family gathered up and we headed up to Lancaster. Shot the music video for Hear Me Now. And it was one of the best and most dark experiences, to the point that I literally had to go to the car and say prayers for all the darkness I was feeling at that time. Because we literally shot it at the apartment where he was murdered. And then COVID hit. And everything got shut down. People started self-isolating, staying in their houses. But it was kind of a blessing for me because I got laid off of my job, still getting paid. And I got to catch up on time with my family. Released my first album with my boy G-Stat. Still doing music with my band. But the family time for real was the best. I got time to work on my craft, doing challenges left and right, man. I can't even name how many challenges that I got involved in. Won a couple videos as well. But yeah, I really got a chance to hone in and perfect lyrical skills as far as rapping again. And that was really a true blessing in disguise for me. In such a negative time in the world too. Shortly after that, I got with Infinite and shot a video for my grandma and my brother. Just kind of highlighting talks that we had, the time that we spent together. And I mean, they were such a big part of my music. Not to mention my grandma being a big part of my growth towards God. One of the videos I won was the Lux Cypher, and I got to go put on for San Diego for a second around a grip of talented artists, which was dope. And I also won a free video with Lido P. Traveled up to Pomona for that. I got my boy Tyler up in the studio with me to do a song that I had been working on, Feel the Rain. And we literally went there for a couple hours, came up with the whole song. And Ross May came through and we did the bars and guitar segment as well. Super dope experience. I had to travel up to LA as well to meet with DL Downer, Guap City Productions, Snoop Dogg's, one of Snoop Dogg's videographers. And we had done a song called Road Ahead. So we had filmed a music video, did a lot of behind the scenes footage too. It was super dope. Again, it's with professionals that I had went up there to go work with. So seeing the behind the scenes, seeing how they do everything, just how on point everything was a super dope experience as well. And just a big blessing in general. DL Downer, Uno, Road Ahead, new track coming soon, man. Stay tuned. The video came out absolutely amazing. And see, the type of rapper that I've always been, even in my secular days, I was more focused on real life, not so much on girls dancing in the videos and things like that. And me and Downer came out with another track. And I think this was a little bit of the realization that I started seeing God's hand in the things that I was doing and started getting that little pull on my heart. So through pushing this music, I always maintained writing. And I always wanted to do a little acting too. So I had a couple of people hit me up and asked if I'd do some skits in their music videos. First one was my boy C-Naj and his homie from Tribal Theory, Nico. And the guy who actually recorded it was the guy who I'm doing this skit for right here. His name is Colt Gabe. Pretty dope, younger artist, I believe Sonny Sandoval's nephew from POD, and had a lot of fun just doing the acting portions in the video and just kept maintaining my own music as well and my own visuals. I reached out to Bang Those and got him on a track called Letter to the Homie, really just dedicated to the homie who was currently incarcerated at that time, my boy Smokey. Got him my boy Mike B, and we did a song together called Day Ones and Family Time. Always went good. Young Gritty got on the track with me as well. And again, visual after visual after visual. Me and my boy G-Stat worked on this track called I Ride with Sleep Nitty from Southeast San Diego. And visual came out really good. Calioso, unfortunately, the guy who shot the video passed away. And I just started trying to put my boys on as well from the SD Prodigies. And we did a visual as well. Kind of just a little cypher thing, and got on a track with Twisted Insane called Dago 2, and still working on my solo music as well. So I came out with a gift. We got at my boy Soulja Sick, and we had a track called Double XL that we wanted to shoot a video for. So we got with him in Arizona, took that little trip, and got with Pyro, which is a videographer out there. And man, he just shot that video so dope. Came back to San Diego and got with Pamps to do a little verse for just put San Diego on the spotlight. He asked me if I wanted to be a part of it. I said yeah. So we did that. Crooked Eye, got on the track with him, man. And my boy Downer hit me up and said that Arena Wars wanted to do a halftime show, man. So we took that snowy ride, my wife and I, up to Oregon, and yeah, met with the homies, checked out the spot. It's cool, man. I always like just chilling with my boys, and I always look at the fellowship of that a lot more than just music, you know what I mean? So we ended up doing that show, and we filmed the music video at that spot as well, just as a little theme music, I guess you could say, for Arena Wars. And music video came out super dope, shot by my boy Risky Bolts out of Washington, and yeah, it was just super dope. Got a lot of love for DL too, just because everything that he did, he wanted to bring us along, and it was just an amazing blessing that honestly I probably wouldn't have got otherwise. And headed back to San Diego to film another visual for a track that I had called Horns and Halos. And then right after that, right back up to Oregon and Hillsboro, hopped on a flight, and then yeah, we had a show at the Mystery Bar, I believe it was called, up there. Me and Downer and Cordell Drake, Stone P, just all the homies. Afterwards, we had went back to the DJ's house, and I played music until like 2 a.m. because I had to catch a flight the next morning, and then up to Latin Bash, where we were chopping it up with Conejo, and Sad Boy Loco was there, and of course the OG Kid Frost, who like started Chicano rap pretty much. And yeah, just got to chill out with the homies and do the show up there that night. That was in Washington, I believe, Yakima, Washington. And man, it was an amazing time. After that, we had to go up May 20th to Arizona. So on this trip, man, I had to gather up the fam, and we headed out for that little road trip. Got a little Airbnb, and then met up with the homies and gathered together, checked out the spot, and then we did the show. It was pretty cool because this was the first time I'm doing a show with my boy Soulja Sick. Shortly after that, we did the Locomotion, first annual car show. My boy Cordell was putting on with his Lowrider Club, and man, it was so dope, man, seeing all these different rides and stuff like that. Spice One was there. The show was amazing, man, and just being around my brothers, you know what I mean, because we would do all these shows together. It was just a super good time, and blessing to be a part of that. So after the show, ended up getting off stage, hanging out, and then we had a podcast that we had to go to where they interviewed us. And they also interviewed Spice One. It was dope because growing up on the West Coast, I was a big fan of Tupac, and to hear these stories from somebody who was actually close to Tupac, man, it was crazy. My boy Downer hit me up and said that he needed some cars down here in San Diego for a video that he was putting on for a track. I wish I had a lowrider, so I got that congregated and just brought some of the homies out. Big June showed up, and then I had a show with Twisted Insane that October, and just went out and handled that. That was one of my first shows in San Diego because I had just been around everywhere else. And then Downer hit me up and asked if I wanted to be a part of the I Wish I Had a Lowrider. And I said, yeah. Told my wife, and it just happened to be our anniversary coming up. So I was like, hey, let's go over here and do the video over there in Hawaii, and let's spend our anniversary over there too. first night down there had rolled into the water and fell halfway in because it just dropped off. But overall, man, just being around my friends, you know what I'm saying? Their car club over there had just shown us nothing but love. And they pulled out all the dopest whips. And that was where we shot our first segment of the Honolulu video. Was right there on the beach, man. And the view was immaculate. We got a chance to hit the beach. This video always cracks me up, man, just because of the context of it. But we also went to the Spellbound Car Club headquarters, man, and just got to see where they meet up, where everything's done as far as the paint jobs and hydraulic work and everything like that. It was super dope, man. The love that they had showed us, man, was so crazy. But Hawaii in general, man, is just, you see what God created, man. It was just like the first time I had seen just a beautiful nature, and you know what I mean, where it was. I don't even know how to explain it. We went to Pearl Harbor as well, man, and I'm a big history buff, so it was just super dope. I was super into it. That's me right there, and you can just see me just going along with what this dude's saying. It's hilarious. But we ended up going to one of their car shows too, their hops. We did some interviews, took some pictures, man, and then flew back home, back to San Diego. And then we had another show over there in New Mexico, so I hopped on another flight up there so we could handle that. And yeah, this was more of a charity event. And it was beautiful, man. We were just trying to raise money for kids' supplies, well, not supplies, for presents for Christmas. So we did the show, chilled out backstage, man. I got to meet some pretty dope artists, a couple artists from Spanish Fly, man. Those are some of the homies, Johnny D and the other homie right there. And then I got back for some family time, which that's what I look forward to the most. And then back up to close to Lancaster for the New Year's event. 2023, got a chance to go up to Spokane, Washington, and do the Locomotion Car Show with Looney Coleon. He was headlining. My boy Cordell Drake, part of the Locomotion Car Club, put it on. DL was there with us, myself. We had the homie Locus Luciano and my boy S. Dot, who I had met the previous year at the Locomotion first annual. So we flew in, and man, it was cloudy. They were having fires, but we managed to get the show on, managed to get it all done. Super dope seeing all the cars. I've always been a big fan of lowrider car culture, and it was just dope to see how everything came together. My boy Cordell Drake did an amazing job, man, and his car club truly put on a really dope show and hop contest. And then I was out. Later on, we had the Bakersfield Speedway, which I took the whole family up to. That was a car show as well. And I got a chance to take my son up there, and we got a chance to perform together. Probably one of the most amazing feelings I've ever had. And then back to San Diego to film I Wish I Had a Lowrider. Then we went up to Lancaster, and we did a show with Conejo, Psycho Realm. And yeah, it was a cool, dope experience, man. But God just started tugging at me, and we ended up going to Skyline and checking it out, and it changed everything. Got a video in with my son. I got baptized that February, and then I tried out for the worship team over there at Skyline, just so God could use me in the ways that He would want to. And I think something that a lot of Christians don't really talk about is when they first start following God, coming out of a secular culture, is the spiritual attacks. And man, my spiritual attacks were crazy, because at that point, Satan's desperate to get you going back the direction that he wants. But being that I had given my life to Christ, I was just ready for a battle, and I grew up around spiritual warfare, so I feel like I was more equipped than maybe some would be if they were just learning things, but I was just ready for a fight. And it really brought, I don't know, there was nights when I would wake up and I literally was being attacked in my dreams and felt like just a spiritual battle going on all around me, to where I started feeling anxiety. And that's when worship music came into play. That's when prayer came into play. That's when digging into the Word of God came into play. Because these storms that I was facing, I already knew what it was about. And Satan really just wanted to get a foothold in my life and backpedal me. So when I started digging more into the Word of God is the truth. And that's what started truly opening up my eyes to things and questioning my thoughts and things like that. And I got onto the Skyline worship team, just asking God, hey, use me for your glory. And we had my son shortly after that, Isaiah. He was born on June 6th. And this man right here taught me a lot about worship and posturing your heart to God and how it's not for yourself. And this was just a change for me. And serving is a good way to battle depression. And I got to see my family profit from that too, and my sons and my daughters and my wife, because I'm supposed to be the head of the household. And how can I be the head with no foundation under me, at least an unshakable foundation? So I was serving in the youth group, I was serving for the worship team, and I just had a feeling in myself to where I started praying, and I told God, hey, if you want me to use the gift that you've given me as far as hip hop is concerned, use me. And that's when I got connected to Christ Way. And I met my brothers like Mason, the Real Nobody, the Chosen Few, my boy Lyrical Levite, and Saint Sakani. And that was a cipher that was my first step in, was the cipher over there at 88 Keys. And man, it was just a blessing for me to be able to use that and seeing God open the doors. So I started pushing more for the Christian hip hop scene, and still serving in youth and worship as well. And then we took a trip up to Adelanto, and I brought the whole family up there. I did an interview with Jesse from Christ Way, and they were having a car show over there as well, man. It was just a completely different feeling though, being able to minister as opposed to, hey, I need to make a name for myself. And Jesse did his testimony. It's my boy True AO, C Reflex was there, my boy GS. We had the Redeemed one and his homie Justified, which are my brothers, man. And then we had Lil Lou come through, and it was amazing, man, to be able to congregate with these men of God and be able to minister, and just having my family there in that environment as well. It was just a completely different turn from where I had came from, and it was just a really dope family moment for me, and just a first full circle moment. I think one of the greatest things that I have felt there was not so much performing, of course, using that for ministry. That was amazing, because I just want to point people to God so they can see and they can feel his goodness. But it was when a security guard came up to me and asked me for prayer, and I got a chance to pray for him, and then back down to San Diego for worship. And I started doing more and more challenges. Did a Bible study for my boys, and God answered a prayer for me to be able to use this rap ministry at Skyline Church as well. And man, it's just crazy, because 2 years before that, that's when I had prayed for that. And Redeemed one and Justified one came down for a verse that I had did for their song. So right after the men's rap, I did a video with them. And then it was up to Westfest the very next day, where I got to meet with the Christ Way family again, and got to get up on stage and do the cipher with my brothers again, man. And it's just building that camaraderie and that fellowship around Christian men of God that I love. So we did that, and then I got a second chance to do the men's ministry as well, where I got to rap, which was again a blessing. And then back up to 88 Keys, and yeah, for their open mic. And it was a blessing doing that as well, man. It's just crazy how God works, how he opens these doors for you and to use you for his glory, because it's no longer about you.